What's good, everybody? It's your UncleSamsReject here, and welcome back to the channel, boys. We're back with some more of the Kansas City Royals franchise here on MLB The Show 22. Now, with the recent events, with opening day being around the corner, we went ahead and made some changes to the squad. Bobby Witt Jr. is officially being called up to the Major League roster. He will be on the opening day roster. So you see, we called him up here in the series, moved him over to third. We moved Nicky Lopez to second. We moved Alberto Mondesi back to short. Whit Merrifield, we forgot that he could play almost every position. We moved him to the outfield. Now, Hunter Dozier, we're going to relieve him of his outfield duties. We're going to move him to DH. He definitely needs to get his stuff together. Whit Merrifield struggling at the plate as well. We moved him down. We moved them both down. Hitting wise, Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be hitting for us, in the near future. MJ Melendez, odd man out, still going to be down to AAA, but I think we might move him up towards the middle of the season. We might move Salvy either to DH or first base. Cam Gallagher, still another catching. Still another catcher on our roster. We still got to figure out what we're going to do. Jace Vines, 3-0 in the first month of the season in AAA. We're going to bring him up. We're going to move Chris Bubic to the pen. Bubic is still in our future plans to be a part of this rotation. We got a rubber match to start off the month of May against the Yankees. Bobby Witt Jr.'s debut. See you boys out there on the field.
Live from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the New York Yankees going up against the Kansas City Royals. Alongside my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shampi. Thanks for joining us here. Here we go, Singy. The fans have been waiting for this Major League debut for a while, and it's finally here. There's a lot of hype around his talent, and now we get to see how that looks at the big league level.
Yeah, this is the kind of game it's going to be shared all over social media later tonight. Baseball fans all across the world are aware of this debut, and we're lucky enough to be at the stadium for it, so I'm excited to see what he's got firsthand. My advice to him would just be to soak it all in. Don't worry about the results. Don't worry about the expectations. Just really enjoy this experience because it only happens once.
All right, boys, here we are. Player lock for Bobby Witt Jr.'s debut with the Kansas City Royals here at home, taking on the New York Yankees. He's worked his count 2-2, but he's going to strike out in his first AB of his Major League debut. Now, we know baseball is a game of failure, right? We just got to make sure the young man doesn't get too high or too low. Flashing a leather here in the third inning, turning a double play, 5-4-3. You love to see the kid, one of the things you want to see in baseball, you got to have a short memory. You don't want to take bad at-bats into the field with you. That's how you make errors. So here he is coming up for AB number 2, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. This debut's already not going as planned, right? Down 9-1 in the bottom of the third inning. Jordan Montgomery, is dealing today. Nobody could really get on. First pitch, Bobby Witt Jr. swings through. Second pitch, he's going to foul that one off. And I think Bobby is a little bit anxious. I mean, who wouldn't be anxious, right? In their MLB debut, you kind of, you want to impress. You want to show the fans the future of the organization that you can be that future piece. But you got to stay with inside yourself and not do too much there as he strikes out on 3 straight pitches. And that is 2 bad ABs to start out Bobby Witt Jr.'s debut. And here we are getting ready for AB number 3. 0 for 2 on the day, 2 strikeouts. Runner on, and we get frozen solid with a fastball on the inner third of the plate. Bobby Witt Jr. knew that one wasn't it. And all in all, man, our offense can just not hang with the Yankees offense today. 11-3. Last and final AB of the day is going to be a lazy fly ball out the right field. For the first time, Bobby Witt Jr. does put it in play. But the Yankees were just too much. As you see, they're going to go ahead and pick up the W here. They're going to in that rubber match. Bobby Witt 0 for, we had 8 hits. We only gave up 12. They just made the most of their 12 hits, scoring 11 runs off of them. They had extra base hit after extra base hit, home run after home run. Salvy had a knock. Nicky Lopez goes 3 for 4. Carlos Santana had a knock as well. But we're going to jump right back into Bobby Witt Jr.'s second game of his Major League career. And Carlos Hernandez has been dealing for us so far. 5 starts, 1-1, 1.71 ERA, 26 in the third innings pitch. Only give up 21 hits, 1.37 whip, 17 strikeouts to 15 walks. Here in the first inning, the first batter he faces is going to beat that one back up the box. All good, and I can tell you right now, Carlos Hernandez settled down from there. Runner tries to go on Salvy a couple pitches later. Salvy's able to gun him down. 2 dead in the inning, and we're going to get a lazy fly ball from Paul Goldschmidt. Benintendi is going to be able to track that one down, and we get out of the first inning. Nothing hurt. Now, here we are jumping into the bottom of the third inning. 2 dead, nobody on. We still have a scoreless ball game here. Alberto Mondesi did recently move up in the order. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we can get a decent at bat. And he gets a hold of one. Back, deep left center field. Center fielder's on his horse, and that one is gone. It's a wall scraper. Barely gets up out of here, but Alberto Mondesi hits yet another home run. That is going to be home run number 4, 406. Not that hardly hit. 102 off the bat, but it all looks the same in the box score. It looks like an absolute line drive, and that one was pieced up. Even if that one didn't get out, that was at least going to be 2 or 3 bags from Mondesi, so an extra base hit, but that one scraped over the wall. The wind was generous to our guy today. That pitch was left over the middle third of the plate, and when pitchers make those types of mistakes, you like to see your top hitters do damage, and that's what we saw right there. Now here we are, bottom third, Bobby Witt Jr., AB number 2. He's going to go ahead and work a walk, a little bit more patient. Andrew Benintendi up. Bobby Witt steals his first bag of his career on Yadier Molina nonetheless. He can hang his hat on that. Take a look at the lead. He got an amazing jump, almost hit 19 miles per hour. Catcher pop time was amazing, but the slide is what got the job done there for Bobby Witt Jr. Andrew Benintendi later on in that bat sawed off, and that's going to end the inning. 1-0, we strike first off of the bat of Alberto Mondesi. That is what we want to see out of Alberto. We want to build a future around this kid, but we just need him to produce and stay healthy. Now here we are, bottom 4. Salvy gets a hold of the pitch, and that one is gone. Perfect. You knew it was out of there off the bat. That ball absolutely got out of here in a hurry, and that is what we want to see from Salvador Perez, boys. My apologies. Salvy hits his 7th bomb of the year. 426 feet, 112 off the bat. Almost the same exact spot as Alberto Mondesi. So the boys are locked in when they get swings off like that. That is what you want to see from Big 1-3. Take a look at this swing once again. Look at this. Listen to the sound of the bat, man. That ball was absolutely smoked, and we're seeing the ball well here today. Now here's here's the Carlos Hernandez. My apologies. Tough play there for Bobby Witt Jr., but the speedy Tyler O'Neill is going to go ahead and beat that out. But right after that, we're going to get a lazy fly ball. Whit Merrifield on his horse. He makes the play in the gap on the 3-2 pitch. And now here's a 1-1 to Yadier Molina. Taylor made double play 6, 4, 3. Carlos Hernandez gets himself out of the inning with some great pitches there. And here we are back on offense, looking for our guys, to extensively get some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 count, 2 outs here for Nicky Lopez. He smashes one the other way. Tyler O'Neill, Harrison Bader is on his horse. He lays out. He's unable to get there. And Nicky Lopez is trucking along. Dig. He is in there for a stand-up triple, boys. So just like that, we are in business with 2 strikes. That's going to be Nicky Lopez's first triple of the year. And right after that, Edward Alvarez is going to work a second walk of the ball game. So now runners on the corners, 2 dead. The Cardinals are in danger. Carlos Santana gets a hold of one. Right fielder's on his horse, back. That one is going to one-hop the wall, and that is going to be a bases clearing double as Carlos Santana gets us 2 more runs late here in this ball game. And with the way that Carlos Hernandez is pitching, that looks like it could be more than enough. But we got to continue to pitch well. We got to continue to hit our spots. We got to continue to play good defense, and we got to keep these bats alive. Here's Alberto Mondesi from the left side of the plate now. He gets a hold of one. That one is gone if it's fair, and it hits off of the foul pole. And Alberto Mondesi hits his 2nd home run of the day, 1 from each side of the plate, and that is huge, baby. Alberto Mondesi seeing the ball amazingly well here tonight in Kauffman Stadium. You love to see it. And now, 8 strong innings from Carlos Hernandez. We're going to bring Josh Stallmount out of the pen. 4 games, 1-0, ERA 0, 4 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts to 1 walk. 2 both sides of the plate are hitting under 200 against him. 1 out, 2-1 here, up 5-0. We're going to give up a pretty hard hit ball up the box. No big deal. 5 runs. This run doesn't tie it up, neither does this one. But we're going to miss on a 3-2 pitch versus Nolan Arenado. That's his first time on base here today. Now, here's Tyler O'Neill, 3 for 3 on the day, make it 4 for 4. And this time, it might be an RBI. Witt comes up throwing and is up the line a little bit, and that is going to be safe. We lose the shutout. So with that, with two outs, we're going to go play the lefty game. We're going to bring in Amir Garrett, who's looked not the greatest so far here early on this season. He's going to be going up against Corey Dickerson. 1-1 count. First pitch. Second pitch. 1-2. My first pitch because we're on quick counts. My apology. Now here's the 1-2 from Amir Garrett. We're going to miss our spot there. Not a bad miss. Exactly where you want to be, you know, way ahead, 1-2. Now here's a 2-2, and we pop him up. Whit Merrifield on his horse. He's going to camp under it, can of corn, and the Royals are going to be winners here in this interleague matchup, the first of this 2-game series. Take a look at the boys in the dugout, knowing we got yet another win. And we're not looking that bad, boys. We have our moments where we look absolutely shaky, but overall, I feel like we are outplaying expectations. We have 7 hits. We make the most out of our 7 hits. We get 5 runs out of them. We give up 8 hits. We give up 1 run. Carlos Hernandez is your player of the game. 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, no walks, no earned runs. Take a look here. We're officially done with our 2nd month of the season. We are in first place in our division. And let's go ahead and take a look at how Bobby Witt Jr. is playing here early on in his first month of Major League play. So Bobby Witt Jr., boys, is hitting .303, on base percentage over .360, slugging .477, OPS over 800. Excuse me. He's hitting for average. He's hitting for power. He has 3 home runs. He has a triple. He has 8 doubles with 33 knocks, 14 runs scored. I mean, you can't ask for a better debut month than what we got from Bobby Witt Jr. So he was more than ready to be called up to the show. Take a look at the rest of the stats for the rest of the squad 2 months into the season. Bobby Witt Jr., although he's played about half the games as everybody else, he still has the top batting order on the team right now. Benattini's up over 300. Olivares is 270. Alberto Mondesi up to 260. Salvy up to 250 plus. Salvy leading the team on home runs with 10. Michael A. Taylor struggling. Hunter Dozier still struggling. Cam Gallagher still has yet to really get that chance. We're gonna change that now. We're gonna go ahead and make Cam Gallagher our everyday DH for his righties and lefties. Want to give him that shot. Hunter Dozier making $6.3 million the next 3 seasons. He's either got to shape up or he's got to ship out. We'll probably get rid of him, you know, for some mid-tier prospects or something like that. But you know, being a small market team, I don't want to pay $6 million for that. MJ Melendez, take a look at what he's doing down in AAA. Still hitting kind of well. Batting average down about 20-something points or so. But one thing I don't like about MJ Melendez, and we're going to go ahead and change this. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to change it back. MJ Melendez led minor leagues in home runs last year with 41. And here through two months of the season, he has 2 home runs, boys. I'm not going to make his power OP, but the kid has pop. And I don't always necessarily agree with the ratings because they try not to make players overpowered and stuff like that. But if somebody hit 41 home runs last year, that's not by mistake. And then, you know, we gotta go ahead and make that change. And then another thing I want to go ahead and change is Bobby Witt Jr., who does run the bases well. You know what I'm saying? He steals bags. I feel like his aggressiveness, base running aggressiveness, and his steal ability is just a little bit too low. So we're gonna go ahead and boost that up a little bit as well. I don't think anything that I'm boosting here for either of these 2 players is really game breaking. I just want, you know, I want Bobby Witt Jr. to play more like himself because he's a 5-tool player, and that's one of the things that makes people happy about what he does. I want him to be aggressive, and I want him to, you know, to get some steals. I want him to take some shots. But we're also here. We are getting ready for the first-year player draft. We got the 9th pick here in the first round, boys. Now, we could use some help at a lot of positions, but right now in this first round, I want somebody who can get called up to the major leagues early. I want somebody who's only 1 or 2 years, if not, you know, a half a season away from being called up. And generally, we're going to get that out of our pitchers. We end up settling with Edward Andino. He's projected to be called up in, I think it's like 2023. 80 overall potential so far. And also here in our comp round, we're going to go ahead and settle on outfielder David Finnegan, 19 years old. Estimated MLB ETA is like 2026 plus, but at 19 with his potential in pretty much plus everything across the board, I think this is going to be the right call for us for what we need to do and what we're trying to build in the future. Because outfield, we're a little shaky there right now, man. Outfielding, first and third, and pitching, we're definitely a little shaky in those 2 areas. So it's definitely something I want to make future proof with this draft pick here as we pick Finnegan. And here we are with our second or third round pick, I believe it is, Benjamin Miller. We're taking a little bit of a chance on him. I want to see if maybe he can outplay his potential. First baseman / right fielder. Not that bad on paper. like once you guys see the draft picks. So take a look here, man. We absolutely hit on Edgar Andino. 93 potential. He's a 75 day one, 6'5", 22 years old. Throws absolute gas. His hits per 9 are pretty high. His K per 9 is pretty high. Everything else we're going to work on a little bit, but I'm definitely excited about what we got out of this pick. We didn't take a chance because he was fully scouted, but we could have missed. We could have got like a 70-something potential, 80-something potential, but 90-something potential. Don't mind if I do. We're definitely 100% going to be signing him to the squad. And then David Finnegan, you know what I'm saying? Also, a good pick there, boys. 84 overall, B+ potential. He's only like a 50-something overall right now, right? But that's cool. He's 19 years old. We knew he was going to be a project. Now, Benjamin Miller. Yeah, that's not exactly what we're looking for. He's better than what his potential is already, so he could outplay it. Adrian Villarreal, switch hitter, left fielder, throws righty. I feel like that's a good pickup. 76 potential that could definitely boost up. Esteban Marquez, catcher prospect. We took a shot in the dark. And the computer drafted Randall Sable, and I feel like they got that one right there. And we're gonna go ahead and sign all of our draft picks, boys. Just because everybody else is going to be getting called up by the major league teams over the next few years, they need people to play against. So we're going to make sure we have depth in our farm system. Either we'll cut them later on, or they'll retire due to ability or things of that nature. But I want to go ahead and give ourselves as many prospects as possible, because these guys can also outplay their ratings, just like other guys cannot play up to their full ratings potential, and they can end up being bust, boys. So not everybody in the MLB was a first, second, third round pick. Some of those guys were picked number 856. You know what I'm saying? They end up being Hall of Famers. So it's definitely possible. And take a look at all-star voting here. Now, going through starting pitchers, Carlos Hernandez, 6-1 on the year. I don't think he's getting his just due as a starting pitcher. I feel like they definitely need to give him more of a look, but going up against the Yankees and the bigger names in the AL, you could definitely see why he doesn't get that look. Here, when it comes to relief pitchers, we're not really strong there. But then we got Scott Barlow, our closer, who's having a hell of a season. Top 3 in closers right now, 15 saves. He only has 1 blown save. I don't really see how many opportunities he's had, but he has a sub-2 ERA, which is good for relief pitchers, being that, you know what I'm saying, they give up a couple runs. They only pitch 1 or 2 innings at a time. Their ERA goes sky high. Salvy leading all the American League catchers in voting right now. But is that really a shocker? I don't think that's really a shocker to anybody. I don't think Carlos Santana is going to be getting many votes at first base. Nicky Lopez is in the mix, though. You know what I mean? People are respecting what he's done this year. Bobby Witt, even though he's having a decent season, coming on a little bit too late. I think he would have to actually explode over the next month or so to get that nod as an all-star, but it's good to be in the mix. When it comes to our shortstop here, Alberto Mondesi getting some love, but I don't think it's ultimately going to be enough. When it comes to the outfield, Whit Merrifield is going to stake a claim. He might can get that call as an all-star. Same thing with Edward Alvarez, playing way better than we could have ever expected. Probably not gonna get the call over those guys ahead of him. There's some dogs in front of him, and then Andrew Benintendi could probably make some things shake out in right field. So I'm definitely liking what we're seeing so far, man, with our guys. Right here, 2 months into the season, we went ahead and did the next day so we could sign our draft picks. We're tied for first in the AL Central, boys. So I don't know. This first half of the season is going a little bit better than expected. Will we be able to keep up this momentum and do what we've been doing here in the second half, man? You take a look at what we got for the rest of June, getting ready to head into the All-Star break. It's going to be tough. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, man. If you did, stop and smash that like button. Hit me up in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new. It's your boy Uncle Sam's Reject, arcadegames.com. I'm out of here. Peace.
Hey. Niggas want me to lose, but I can't. I've been stacking this shit to the ceiling. Know some niggas with bodies and it ain't no probably. We never speak on them killers. Everybody on my block gon' get them some money. It's only a couple of drillers. I've been fucking them hoes, man. Them bitches ain't nobody. Boy,